Have you ever looked at the world around you and thought, everything is so unfair and backwards? Have you ever just thought to yourself, fuck this damn capitalistic, exploitative, heteronormative, white, patriarchal, sexist, racist, misogynistic society and its traditional Judeo-Christian family values? Have you ever ignored history, biology and science so much that you think that the nuclear family model is outdated, oppressive and probably racist too? Have you ever thought...
I think they get the idea, Dicko.
Well then look no further. Fuck! I've lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
What do you mean you've lost your train of thought? You're literally reading from a fucking script.
1 second. When treating tapeworms, it's important... Nope, that's not that one. £2,000 in arrears, blah blah, bailiffs, yada yada, court... Nope. Ah, got it. Well, look no further as Dicko and Undoomed teach you how to treat severe hemorrhoids. Nope, that's not the one.
How to raise a social justice family. This is Johnny. Say hello, Johnny. Like most modern men, Johnny identifies as a cis white straight male. Johnny is a piece of shit. Oh, don't look so down, Johnny. It's not the end of the world. Even with your inherent privilege, racist tendencies, and compulsion to oppress minorities, there's still hope. You just need to find the right woman. A strong and dominant woman. A woman who will emasculate you continually and work steadfast to help you repress all your toxic masculinity, ensuring that you keep all your privilege in check. Oh, hey now, what's up, Johnny? Why the sad face? Oh, you don't think you can attract a woman? You feel inadequate? Did you lack a strong father figure when you were a child? Are you spineless? Hey, don't worry, sport. Crippling insecurities and self-loathing are ideal qualities for today's modern progressive woman. So don't worry, Johnny. She will sniff you out quicker than...
Oh, for fuck's sake, Dicko. I'm not reading that out.
Read it.
Dicko, I'm not.
You will read it!
Sniff you out quicker than a bloodhound at an Ann Summers party full of middle-aged menopausal women.
Oh, what's this, Johnny? Look who we found skulking outside throwing used tampons at male government officials. It's Lisa! Now, Lisa identifies as a cis white straight female. Because Lisa identifies as a woman, her inherent white privilege is neutralized by her gender. Lisa is not a piece of shit. Like most modern progressive women, she also lacked a strong father figure as a child and spent most of her adult life at university qualifying in leftist Marxist echo chamber studies, formerly known as a liberal arts degree. Now, Lisa has carefully developed a strong victim mentality and a deep-seated resentment towards confident and successful men. These skills combined make Lisa completely immune from any attempt at introspection, because as we all know, self-knowledge is sexist and probably racist. See, Johnny, what did I tell you? It looks like you two are going to be a perfect match. It's time to go on your first date.
Whoa, hold on there just a second, sport. Where do you think you're going? You can't go home just yet. You haven't had awkward drunken sex before figuring out if you're actually compatible.
The fuck do you think this is, Johnny? The 1950s? Do you know how fucking lucky you are right now, Johnny? She is literally putting out after the first date. You are literally spitting on the grave of every penis that came before you, Johnny.
Yes, you. Are you deaf?
Well, go on then, you ungrateful cunt. Get to it. Oh, and remember, Johnny, don't forget to ask her for consent every step of the way. Unless you want to be a rapist and shunned by society, that is.
Well, all right, kids. Have fun, you crazy lovebirds. Now, once your 3 minutes and 20 seconds of uninspiring and depressing consummation is up, it's important to lay some ground rules for the relationship going forward. Remember, Johnny, Lisa is a modern woman, and as such, you cannot expect her to stay at home and raise the children, or refrain from sexual activities outside of the marriage. She is not your property. Lisa, remember Johnny is a straight white male, and due to his inherent violent nature, it is your civic duty to suppress and quell Johnny's natural desire to dominate the world.
The basic ground rules for women are as follows. Marriage. Marriage in the current year is extremely risky for men, but once you get that sucker tied down in a binding contract with yourself and the state, you will massively reduce any future potential loss on your part. Win-lose situations. When any conflict resolution opportunity arises with your partner, win-win situations are not an option. If you give men an inch, they'll take a mile. It's imperative for the long-term success of the relationship that you make your partner a slave to your emotions to form a consistent win-lose dynamic. Infidelity. Monogamy is an archaic practice that was designed to oppress women. If you want your relationship to stand the test of time, it's vital that you keep your partner in a constant state of anxiety, self-doubt, and paranoia. This can be achieved by having sexual relationships with strangers outside of the marriage and is non-negotiable. Undermine. Confidence breeds success, and with men, success breeds patriarchy. Regularly utilizing flippant remarks and passive-aggressive responses as a weapon to target his self-esteem will cause him to internalize your doubt as his own, thus causing him to self-attack and ultimately self-police in the future. The basic ground rules for men are as follows. Be grateful to even have a woman in your life. See above. If you follow the above correctly, are both comfortable with your roles and have mastered win-lose negotiations, you will have a relationship that will stand the test of time. Now that your relationship has some solid foundations, it's time to move on to the final stage.
That's right, Johnny and Lisa. It's the definitive reason for your pointless existence, driven by a biological imperative that causes you to squish your hairy genitals together. Children. Now, like all societies before us, how you raise your children is going to determine the quality of the future.
Since the present world is currently racist, sexist, oppressive, and violent,
it can only be concluded that it is directly caused by terrible parenting practices from the previous generation. Outmoded practices such as gender binarism, two-parent family models, and parental gender roles are literally faith-based institutions. To combat this barbaric approach to raising children, it's important as parents to follow the hard science and be as objective as humanly possible. Things that should be considered are understanding that gender is a social construct and forcing that upon a child is literally violence. Teaching the importance of emotions. Emotions trump facts. Expecting the mother to stay at home to nurse and nurture the child for the first few years is outmoded. Studies show that immediately sending children to daycare and nursery has literally zero long-term adverse side effects.
Zero!
It's your responsibility to teach your child about their genetic privilege or handicap, especially if your child is part of a minority group, as it's important for that child to harbor early resentment towards the dominant culture as soon as possible. State education is unquestionably the best and most beneficial institution when it comes to educating your child during its formative years. Studies prove that the only impetus for a primary caregiver's existence is to provide food and shelter. Children will learn their values and self-identity from other children. If at any point you have the option to become a single-parent family, excluding the father, this will exponentially increase the child's chances of success, reduce criminality, promiscuity, and reinforce positive behavioral traits long into the future.
Remember folks, if you follow all of the above steps correctly and consistently, in only a few short generations, you personally will have assisted in delivering the final crushing blow to Western civilization and finally
freeing the world of its wretched grip and bring about a new age, an age of enlightenment, an age of harmony, an age of choice, and most important of all, an age of fields. God save